Hello friends, what are the chances of getting a bail in the Honorable Supreme Court of India under BNSS? See, Honorable Supreme Court of India has already reiterated always that the bail is a right and jail is an exception. But my dear friends, this does not apply to the heinous crimes. If somebody commits uh, heinous crimes against the society, something like rapes, murders, dacoities, extortion, kidnapping, these kind of crimes, then it is you can comfortably forget that bail is a rule and jail is the exception. So normally in the crimes which attract lesser punishments of less than 7 years, the courts below, the trial courts or the sessions court or the honorable high courts can consider giving you or granting you the bail. Either it can be anticipatory bail or else it can be interim bail or it can also become a regular bail. But when they refuse to grant you such reliefs, you can always knock the doors of the Honorable Supreme Court of India under Article 136 by way of a special leave petition. What are the chances? Chances are definitely bright because normally in SLPs, out of 10,000, hardly one or two will get admitted. But when it comes to the bail, the Honorable Supreme Court recognizes the right of the person, the under trial. So always it tries to grant some kind of relief, but there has to be good grounds that the Honorable High Court has refused the bail on whatever grounds are there. It has to be completely erroneous, or the judgments have to be perverse. Then the chances are, or else there has to be gross miscarriage of justice. In such circumstances, the Honorable Supreme Court will interfere with the orders of the Honorable High Court by granting you a special relief, by granting you a special leave under the Article 136, and also can grant you either an interim bail or else a regular bail, or else it can direct the trial court to grant a regular bail, or else it can also grant you an anticipatory bail. So there are always, or else even under special circumstances, it can grant you a medical bail also. That means under health conditions you can get a bail, or some close relative, your father, mother, sister, brother, or your wife, children are under severe trauma in hospital or ICU. Such kind of circumstances also you can get the medical bail. If somebody expires also, then also you are entitled to get a bail. So always remember, getting bail is not that easy, but getting bail is the biggest challenge. In some parts of the country, in some jails, getting bail is very difficult, particularly something like Tihar jail and all. Uh, the people will get bail after long years, and even the people who get bail cannot come out. That is because the surety system that is prevailing in the Delhi area, because one has to give surety and the sureties will be thoroughly checked by the Delhi police, and the antecedents of the surety giver will be checked, the property or vehicle that they are giving as surety will also be checked, and the local neighbors will also be inquired upon. So it's a very hectic and Herculean task, so nobody usually comes forward. So even there are number and thousands of people in the Tihar jail who are languishing there even after getting bail. That's only because of the surety system. So getting bails is the biggest challenge, my dear friends. So one has to be very careful. And the courts may grant bail, but once if you flout those, disobey those conditions, automatically the bail will be cancelled. So you need to remember that if you're not cooperating with the investigating officer, with the investigation, if you're not appearing before him whenever they ask you to appear before him, or you're not producing the required documents, you're not cooperating with them, you're not lifting their calls, various reasons will be there, or interfering with the investigation by way of inducing the witnesses, eyewitnesses or so, or you're trying to purchase them, you're trying to intimidate them. In such kind of circumstances, automatically your bail will be cancelled. So it will be mentioned in the orders that always the courts give, whether it's a trial court or the Honorable High Court or the Honorable Supreme Court of India. So one has to be very careful with the conditions of the bail, and particularly the people, the politicians, they are on the corner because they cannot speak about the proceedings in open. The celebrities and all, they get noticed. So that is also one of the conditions, because when the trial proceedings are going on in the courts below or superior courts, constitutional courts, one cannot speak about those proceedings openly, claiming themselves as very innocent, or such kind of things are unwarranted. If you do such kind of things, automatically the bail will again get cancelled. So, my dear friends, getting bail is not an easy task for all the councils across the country. It's been very big challenge to secure bail to their clients. But I would appreciate the councils, the advocates who are fighting across the country for innocent people who are languishing in jails for their rights, and to bring them out of the prison. It's a great Herculean task, there's no doubt about it. And the people who have really committed the crimes, who are spending billions and zillions and millions of money, whatever it is, and trying to get out with the help of good advocates, then it's a matter of concern, because the courts are always on the forefront when granting relief. When it comes to the heinous crimes, most of the courts they deny. That is because nobody wants to take risk. Just today or yesterday, I've read a news wherein the accused has come out of the jail after the grant of the bail and immediately has killed the victim, rape victim. So such kind of things, who has to get blamed? Is it the courts, or else is it the system? So one has to give a clear thinking about this. It's very serious thing, because crimes, the guilty has to be punished. That is the rule of law. It is not just only innocent should not be punished, at the same time the guilty has to be punished. So that's all, my dear friends. This is all about the bail. Thank you, my dear friends.